Hi, Aries. Welcome. Aries, this is going to be your you versus them reading. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Keep in mind that it's a general reading, so the roles may be reversed. Feel free to flip it if you need to. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and let's go ahead and get started. So, Aries, when I was preparing for your reading, I was getting some messages around changes that are coming through the relationship sector, but also I was getting a very clear image in the meditation of a circle. And what they were showing me is that the circle was increasing in size and it was actually being pulled open. So there seems to be a widening of maybe your social circle, or it could also represent a widening of your knowledge of a certain relationship or a situation that's unfolding for you. So very interesting image to get. Let's go ahead and get started. You have the 6th house here, which is talking about your craft, your work, your details, your health, your well-being, new skills that you may be learning. This all being something that is coming to the forefront for you, Aries, but also may be coming to the forefront for the person that you're working with. This is also Virgo energy. You could be connecting with Virgo energy or have that somewhere in your chart. But take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and let's see what we have coming out for your crowning energy is the King of Swords here. Air energy for some of you. This is talking about decisions, conclusions, epiphanies. It also talks about using your brain, Aries. I'm not saying that you don't usually use your brain, but this is coming from making decisions more from a place of what makes sense versus, I don't want to say what feels the best, but yeah, kind of. It's like prioritizing your mind over your heart, or you might be in that space right now where you're just going to do what makes sense, okay? Regardless maybe of what other people think or what this person thinks, or that's what you're being encouraged to do, okay? So, person you're connecting with, they have the 6 of Wands here. This is talking about attention, recognition. This person may be in this space in their life where they're getting some sort of recognition or attention. It could be around the 6th house of what they do, their skills, their craft. But it doesn't have to be. It's just this person is in this space right now of needing to follow their passions more and ask themselves, what does make them feel ultimately successful at the end of the day? And that's kind of where their decisions are coming from. Yours are coming from more of a place of logic during this time frame, which there's really no time frames on my readings, guys. But it's whenever you watch this, okay? From now for 30 days, we'll say about that. You seem to be coming from this place of logic. They seem to be coming from more of a heart-driven place or from a place of passion, possibly. So let's get into it and see, Aries. We're going to look at the recent past and what led up to the now moment. And then we're going to look at how you view each other, how you feel underneath it all. Man, your cards just don't want to wait. How you both feel underneath it all towards the connection and the most likely future outcome. Okay. Recent past energy is the 6 of Cups, Aries. Woo! Dang. Packing a punch here. All right, 6 of Cups. The Death and Rebirth card, Page of Cups, and the 3 of Wands, Scorpio energy, Pisces energy. So this person, you, Aries, in the recent past may have gone through some big changes, okay? And maybe even had some endings leading up into the now moment. I feel like you've kind of pushed past whatever that is, and this is kind of like getting to this space where you might be actually ready to open up, okay, or go towards something new. And they're specifically giving me the word vulnerability, and I feel so rushed right now. Like, I don't even really like it. If you are, first of all, don't rush things, okay, because I feel like a sense of impatience coming through and like wanting to push something through or rush something. And it could be coming from your energy, Aries, but it could also be coming from this person's energy, and they just gave me the word pushy. So I just feel like be careful with that if you're the one doing it. If it's someone else doing it to you, don't let anybody push you beyond what you're ready for, okay? Until you're actually ready, because I get this sense of like either neediness or this pushy energy that you may have been dealing with when it comes to this connection. And then now this is showing up as the recent past, but it could be also currently going on. But it's like, okay, slow down. Yeah, there needs to be a slowdown, okay? Ooh, it's almost dizzying. I'm not even gonna lie. This energy seems to be packing a punch for sure. Anyways, so I feel like you're coming into this space though, Aries, where you might be ready to open up a little bit, or you're being encouraged to allow yourself to be vulnerable, to be open-minded, to be open-hearted when it comes to your future and the future of relationships and or this relationship. And then I heard a token of your appreciation. And I'm hearing, hey, 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 I'm on vacation. What the heck? Oh my goodness. Y'all need a vacation. I feel like, I don't know what I'm feeling right now. I cannot even describe it to you. First of all, it feels like just like all this, like a flight of ideas, a little ADD almost. And then I feel like very impatient. You might have a lot of things going on in your mind. You might need a freaking vacation, or a token of appreciation. I'm not sure. Let's see what this person's energy is here. Aries, recent past. So they have the Seven of Cups, Death and Rebirth card. They have the same exact card and the same exact placement as you. So both of you have underwent some sort of transformation, change, or ending. When it comes to you, it was like putting an ending to past cycles, the past for some of you. For this person, it's kind of like putting an ending and some changes around this emotional confusion that they've had. This person could have had a tough time like making decisions about how they feel or expressing how they feel or sticking to the point is what I'm hearing. It's like they're undergoing a complete transformation when it comes to what is most meaningful to them, but also who's most meaningful to them. I feel like if this person had options in the past, there's been some sort of change around that energy, and they've become much more clear about how they think and how they feel and what they want. And now getting into the space of recognizing that. I heard recognizing worth. Sometimes we really don't know what's important to us till we go through life changes or until life changes, literally. Sometimes it really does take that type of energy in order for us to get really clear on where we're headed and what we want. And I feel like there's been some sort of life change here, and I actually feel it on both ends, that has made what you want more clear and obvious to the both of you. So let's go into then the current energy and how you are perceiving each other. Keep in mind that perception is in the eye of the beholder, Aries. So maybe how you see it, but it may not be how they see it. But we'll start there. How does Aries see this person? I can't get that song out of my head now. Hey, 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 I'm on vacation. All right. Seven of Wands, the Chariot, the Queen of Cups. The Ten of Pentacles. So I'm also hearing things like security being very important to you. I actually got a message about, you don't mess with my security. So I feel like, or sense of security. Ooh, where is this coming from? This is coming from a place of insecurity. Wow, okay. So Aries, you could have been like just very touchy about someone being able to mess with your insecurities. Like okay, I'm getting too many messages. All right, so it seems to me that there's like this hypersensitive energy around Aries right now, where if anything even comes close to messing with an insecurity within you, you might overreact to that or find yourself triggered. So like, be careful with that. Some of you may actually feel like someone is intentionally playing on your insecurities, or maybe they have done that in the past. But, you know, although people do use emotional responses to manipulate what they want out of others, and I'm not saying that to be cruel, it's just the honest to God's truth. Humans do that, right? Most people are actually only manipulating themselves, though, because they're the ones that are feeling all of their feelings, not necessarily the other person, right? So say if it felt like someone was playing on your insecurities, what's really occurring is you are caring too much about that person's opinion and not enough about how you feel about yourself. Because nobody can make you feel insecure unless you allow that, unless you allow their opinion to outweigh yours, which is not loving yourself, right? So there's something here to be learned, and it may or may not have anything to do with this person I'm pulling cards on. This could be an outside influence. It could just be relationships in general. But there's something here about learning how to not allow others the power of being able to determine whether you're secure or insecure, right? Sorry, I didn't mean to stop reading the tarot, but like it was irritating me because that message wanted to come through. And I do feel a slight bit of irritation in the energy. Anyways, to get to the tarot cards, you have the Seven of Wands here and the Chariot. So I feel like, to me, this is a sense of like kind of pushing away anyone or anything that may play on those defenses. Or maybe it's a defense mechanism, Aries, that when you feel in your emotions or when you feel triggered, that you naturally push away, whether it be through your words or your actions. When in reality, I feel like what you really want is to be understood, is to be loved, is to feel secure in who you are and your emotions. And you have the ability to give yourself that security, and that's what Spirit wants you to understand. You don't have to wait for someone else to give you that. And in fact, if you are waiting for that out of someone else, you're looking for love in all the wrong places, because you need to be looking inside of you to shore you up, to say, I am secure, I will be fine, I can do this, right? Without needing that reassurance or validation from others. However, do you deserve a partner that will give you all of that? Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. You know, so, but give it to yourself first. And actually, the more you can give yourself that reassurance, the less you need that out of a partner, the more likely you are to attract that out of a partner. Interesting how law of attraction works, right? So it could be that this person was not really giving you that sense of security, you know, or maybe they played on that a little bit in the past, Aries, but Spirit is saying there's a strong reason for that. And the reason is so that you become stronger in providing that for yourself, and knowing that you actually do deserve someone who plays into your strengths, not your weaknesses. Okay, whether it's this person or anyone else. I don't care who it is. All right, so Page of Wands, Two of Swords, the Judgment in this person's perception. Six of Wands twice. And the Strength card. So when it comes to this person, there's a play on their insecurities. Wow. Okay. So sometimes when people play on our insecurities, it's because they themselves are insecure. Aren't relationships so freaking funny? Like, there's such a huge mirror effect, especially in soulmate relationships, where you play off of each other's securities and fears and insecurities and hopes and whatever. So it's like this person has that same message coming through. However, I feel like they are in the space now of wanting to let go, or make a decision to kind of let something go. And they are feeling stronger than they ever have in the past. So there was like this indecisive energy, this confusion, and insecurities playing a role. And I feel like it was playing a role on both parts. Both of you have gone through some sort of deep transformation and change. For you, it helped you to lower your wall a little bit, or at least that's what the encouragement is. For them, it was more about a clarifying experience about who and what's important to them. And it's brought them to the space of, okay, needing to rely on themselves a little bit better, just like I was saying for you. But also, I feel like this person has successfully overcome something that they were really struggling with that was blocking their happiness. And now they're going into a more good feeling space, okay, than maybe they had been in the past. So speaking of feelings, let's go into the emotions and see what we have going on in the emotional space for you, Aries. For my Aries. What's going on underneath the surface? Really? I'm hearing I got my mind set on you. The Devil, the Eight of Wands, Judgment. Six of Swords, Three of Swords, Five of Swords. So Aries, there seems to be, and this is Capricorn, Libra energy too for some of you. I feel like you had your mind set on something in the past that you are reminiscent of, okay? But there is a resolution. Okay, this is tricky, Aries. First of all, there's a big encouragement to not dwell on the past, all right? And definitely do not communicate when you are in the hurt of something, when you are in the shadow of something, when you're not at your best. Because I promise you, whatever you communicate when you're not in alignment is not going to give you the outcome that you want. This is why they say, feel your emotions, let them come, let them pass, but don't take any action until you bounce back into who you really are, which is your loving, happy self, and then. Because there's a risk here during this time frame that if you get fixated on something and you dwell on it and you get into that negative headspace, that you will make a decision or communicate something thinking that it's going to create a resolution, but it's actually going to create more pain. Because where the energetic frequency that you're coming from when you're in pain can only yield you more pain, because you attract where you're at vibrationally. That's why they say wait to act when you are in love, when you are in the vibration of love, because you will yield love. And you cannot be in the emotion of pain and love at the same time. I don't care what they say. Those are two very separate vibrational frequencies. You're either coming from one or the other. So heavy, heavy caution here to not try and resolve something until you yourself have resolved it within you, or it will backfire. So whatever you've been dwelling on emotionally, if it still hurts when you think about it, you still feel some kind of way, it still gets to you, then you need to process it more before you take action. You've not fully processed it. You've not digested it. It is not time to move forward. It's not until you get into a place of calm. Like if you can think about, do you want to know how you know you're over a traumatic event or a heartache? When you think about it, it doesn't hurt anymore. That's how you know. That's how you know you've done the inner work. That's how you know you've moved past it. That's how you know that no matter what action you take after that point will be the correct action. But if when you think of something, it pulls up all that emotional garbage and it hurts, you're not over it yet. That's all right. Sometimes it takes days, months, years. you know, we all have different timelines, right? There's something here I feel is not yet resolved, and it may or may not be about this relationship, but it needs to be resolved before definitely before you jump into another relationship, if that's what you're looking to do. But also before you take any action or speak on whatever connection this is, or that you may be dealing with right now. Wow, that was really, really deep and heavy. So let's see what's going on in this person's emotional space. They have the King of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Two of Cups. Wow. The Ten of Swords, the Wheel, the Seven of Cups, and the Lovers. So in this person's emotional space, they are really, really in the space of wanting love and connectivity and a soulmate connection. They may feel a lot of love towards the connection. They may feel a lot of love towards you, Aries, especially if you're a masculine Aries, but doesn't have to be. There's something that this person still needs to get over as well that has some karma wrapped around it, and it has to deal with a bad decision they made within the relationship, or maybe within another relationship that it seems to be lingering in their energy, but it doesn't seem to be lingering as deeply in their energy as I'm feeling it in yours. So you may feel like more deeply. That's not a word. You may be feeling maybe more intensely, gosh, than this person when it comes to whatever needs to be resolved. And again, it may or may not be related at all to each other. You just might have some things on your path that need to be resolved, and they may have things on theirs, or it may be things y'all need to resolve together. Take it as it resonates. A lot of people watch these. But it's like, there is a karmic ending here, though, and it's allowing this person to really... I'm getting a phrase that says, I make a lot of choices and then I make the right choice. Sometimes we don't know what the right choice is till we make a lot of wrong choices, which in essence means we never make a wrong choice. Because if every wrong choice leads to the right choice, then they were all the right choices, right? Think about it. This person may have made wrong choices in the past, but it's helped them better define and carve out what the right choice is, and that's the conclusion they're coming to. So let's look at the most likely future outcome then, Aries. Ace of Cups, Nine of Cups, Nine of Swords. I keep getting the song, My Mind Is Set on You. So Aries, okay, so I'm getting, is it a dream or is it a nightmare? And Spirit's saying it could be either or, depending on which perception you choose. Where's your focus at? There is like... Sorry, give me a second. There's a situation here that might have seemed like a nightmare in the past that could become a dream. So there's this message here, Aries. Sorry, I'm not trying to give you a long pause, but I wanted a clarification on that. There is all this love here and success with the Nine of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Love and money for some of you. But there's also the stress that follows, which often follows with love and money, doesn't it? They can be synonymous if we're not careful with how we think about it. They're wanting you, though, instead to go to a stressful place, to go to a peaceful place of knowing that what's for you will find you, okay? That you can rest assured that love and success is yours, that you are deserving of that, and that you'll know the right action to take once you get into this space of love. And until you get into that space solidly, Aries, there's nothing for you to do other than to love yourself. It's a process, right? Things take time to process on an emotional level. An event that happens in the blink of an eye could take years to process, because we're emotional creatures and we're meant to feel our emotions and to process them. And so don't shy away from that process, Aries, and give yourself time and don't rush it. But also rest assured that there's love here. There's success here. That this is flowing to you in divine timing, in your divine timing. And it's flowing to you as you're ready for it. And how does the universe know when you're ready? It depends on how open you are. And how open are you? What determines that is how much healing and processing you've done. Because you can't become vulnerable while you're still guarded. You can't be in love while you're still in hate. It takes time, right? So I feel like you are taking all of these actions. And I just noticed I totally flipped the cards. Didn't I do that last time I read for you? So there also might be a flip in the script here where you're switching sides, or you're on the other side of the coin as we go into 2023 than of the situation or something. Let's see this person's most likely future outcome then. Queen of Pentacles. You know what I just noticed? I did that all throughout the reading. I used these cards over here in their heart space. I used your cards in their heart space, and I used their cards in your future. I don't believe in coincidences, so it's like... There's an exchange of lessons or energy here. So let's see, what is this? Queen of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, the Page of Swords, where's this headed? Knight of Cups, and the Strength card out twice. So I feel like this person is learning to overcome trust issues and to also they themselves lower their guard and have meaningful exchanges without the defensiveness, okay? Or to learn to strengthen their ability to communicate emotions without over-analyzing a situation or overthinking a situation. This person, if they've been in a guarded stance, I feel that they are bringing that guard down because they themselves are feeling more secure in who they are than maybe how they have acted or behaved in the past. There's still some things they need to resolve on an emotional level, but I do feel like this person has recently overcome something, and it had to deal with making the right choice, arriving at the right choice for them right now. Divine timing here also, Aries. And also you're being encouraged to, as I said in the beginning, to do what makes sense as opposed to just blindly following your heart and not jumping to conclusions or pushing yourself before you are ready, but to be practical, to be detailed, to give it time, to know that everything is lining up for you, that ultimately this does end up in love and success, and it cannot be any other way as soon as you become a vibrational match to that. And you're going to become a vibrational match to that when you begin to release some of these things you've been holding on to and allow your mind to go towards what's next as opposed to what was. Think about what you're happy for in your life currently and how things could change for the better, because things could always change for the worse, yes, but they can also change for the better, y'all. Like, I don't know why the human mind always wants to future cast negative experiences or what could go wrong, but we do. But it's futile, it's silly. Why not future cast and what could go right? You know, how this could be working out for you. That's what you're being encouraged to do heavily, heavily, heavily. So let's see, Aries, what's the guidance? Love, inspire passion, and new beginnings. So yours says, everything in life is constantly vibrating and moving and therefore changing and evolving. Be aware that a new beginning is on the horizon. Have courage and faith, because right now life is nudging you forward and moving you into a new direction. Person you're connecting with has inspire passion and love. So theirs says, life devoid of passion can bring a boring, uninspired blank canvas. It's time to reignite your passion and rejoin life. And then I feel this is for the both of you. It says, love is the foundation of your existence, and you are just as worthy of receiving as you are of giving. While love can be a beautiful emotion, it's an equal form of energy that will propel you through your life. So beautiful reading, Aries. Oh my gosh, very interesting as always. I love this. Zodiac signs that you could be connecting with or have in your own chart. I have here Virgo energy, Scorpio energies out twice. I've got Leo out a few times, Gemini, Libra, Capricorn, Cancerian energy, Pisces energy, Leo again, Libra again. Those are the primary signs I'm seeing, but keep in mind it's a general reading, so it could be any zodiac sign. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff. I do have events and videos over there. So check it out. Tarot Time with Dana is the name of all of my social media profiles. All of it linked below, as well as in the About section of my YouTube. Otherwise, I'm wishing you guys the very, very best. And until next time, my friends, namaste. Bye.